So the demise of our former president Dr. A.P.J. Abdul Kalam, we can say it is an end of an era and a great loss to the nation also. What are your comments on that, sir?
See, it has been a terrible loss to the scientific community in general, the people working in science and technology. And personally, it is a very great loss to me because we were very close friends for a long time. Yes.
As you said, you all were a good and a close friend. So I would just like to know what are those special moments, if you can share with us some special moments during your working time, during the Pokhran project you all have shared, or any memorable moment which you'll always remember.
I remember that when we were preparing for the 1974 test, that is somewhere in the year 1970, Dr. Vikram Sarabhai, who was the chairman of the Atomic Energy Commission, told me one day that there is a young man in Trivandrum, which is the institute, Space Research Institute, which is now called the Vikram Sarabhai Space Center, who has been working on detonators, because I had been talking to him on detonators. So that was my first visit to that center, and I met Dr. Kalam. And of course, it turned out the detonators he was discussing, he was kind of developing for the space program, was a sub-millisecond detonator. And what I wanted for the nuclear device was a sub-microsecond detonator. That was the first time we met each other. And then, of course, our things continued. One thing that was very striking about Dr. Kalam, that he was an absolute patriot, and he wanted a developed India, developed in all respects, because of his 20 years or so he spent in the Space Research Organization. Then he joined DRDO, and very interestingly, the person who brought Dr. Kalam into DRDO was Dr. Raja Ramanna. And it so happens the person who brought me into the Bhabha Atomic Research Center was also Dr. Raja Ramanna.
So he is considered as an inspiration to entire generation. What would you like to say on that?
See, particularly for children, I have seen him talking to young children in schools, and he had some uncanny knack of bonding with them very, very quickly. He loved them, obviously, but they also loved him, the way they talked to him. And he had a very unusual method of usually towards the end of his lecture to ask these children to take an oath on something, and they would obediently follow whatever he says and repeat. And somebody told me he had also done it in the United Arab Emirates, and there also the children followed what he was saying. So I think for children he is definitely be a absolutely great inspiration, which shows two things: that with determination you can achieve anything. That's the message to the children. And from the point of view of a democratic India, it also shows that anybody can achieve, provided he must have the intelligence and the skills.
So this was Dr. R. Chidambaram, Principal Scientific Advisor to Government of India, talking to us about our former President Dr. A.P.J. Abdul Kalam. He shared his views and work experience which he had with Dr. Kalam. With camera person Arun Wilson, this is Tabassum Malik for DD News, Mumbai.